Hello, I'm Diana Spain, Head of Classics at St Helens and St Katharine's. The Classics department here offered the opportunity to do AS Classical Civilisation, which is the study of the ancient world, but not in the original languages. So we offer two modules. The study of Homer's Odyssey introduces students to one of the most fantastic epics and stories ever written, ever told, that's had such a huge impact on many other authors as well.
One of my favourite authors that we've studied in Class Civ is Suetonius, who's a Roman historian. He writes about the first 12 Roman emperors, and he loves a bit of gossip, so it's a really different perspective from maybe what you get in the lifetime of the emperors, of Augustus himself. He doesn't shy away from saying anything.
One of the most exciting aspects of being able to teach classical civilization is being able to look at the vast breadth of the ancient world, both in terms of the time period that it covered and the geographical area that it covered as well, and the different civilizations.
So I chose to study Classic because the other subjects I study are art, physics, maths, and adding some classics into that mix, it creates like just this very nice variety of, I've got these STEM subjects, but I've also got kind of humanities, and I also have somewhere where I can practice kind of critical thinking skills and like kind of comprehension skills and things like that.
One of the really fascinating things about the Imperial Image module is it explores how one man who became the Emperor Augustus basically took Rome from being a republic, a failed republic, but a republic, into the imperial era, so became the first emperor, and how he persuaded a culture who absolutely hated kings, had this traditional hatred for kings, to accept rule by a single person. And he uses propaganda in a really sophisticated way that we would perhaps recognise as quite modern.
As a subject, I feel classical civilization is relevant today because on the one hand, looking at Augustus and Roman society, you can see that actually not that much has changed.
History is always cyclical, and some things really do never change, and I think we can see that through Augustan propaganda. But on the other side of the course, with Homer's Odyssey, I think you can really see that actually this text that we sort of think of as being really like elevated and is just about people, and I think the people, the individual characters in the Odyssey, especially some of the minor characters, are surprisingly relatable.
So we've got two students this year from the Classical Civilization group continuing to do classics-related subjects at university. So there are pathways forward from Class Civ if you take it and then it really captures your imagination and enthusiasm.